So we were talking about usage of similes. So if you look at this particular paragraph, and if you notice this one, Oboni volunteered, as keen as mustard. So once again, if you take this particular phrase, you would realize this is also a simile. Why? Anyone? As keen usually means interest, right? Keen. So for example, I'm very interested in something, then I would say that I have a keen attention towards it, or I'm very keen about this particular subject. Now here, if you look at this particular phrase, it says as keen as mustard. So why do you think mustard is keen? Or how can mustard be keen? What is mustard?
Mustard is like
oil. Very good. Yes, shorisha. If you think of Bangla, then it's definitely shorisha. And from shorisha, we do prepare a lot of things. For example, shorisha tel, right? Mustard oil. Then again, we can also prepare the shorisha that we use in shorisha ilish, right? So if you take this from the oil's perspective, then you notice something. If you think about the consistency of the other oils, and if you compare them, you'll realize that mustard oil is extremely sticky. When you apply it on your hand or on your body, a lot of the parents do it for their children when they're very young, right? So reason why? Because it gives your skin a lot of nourishment, right? And when you apply it on your hand, it doesn't really go away easily. And if you think about Bangladesh's national fruit, kathal, right? Jackfruit. What do you use to, tear it open and get all the fruits out? Yes, mustard oil. Why? Because it's very sticky to your hand. So what does it do? It helps you prevent from getting, stuck with the glues that is inside the jackfruit, right? So if you think about this one as keen as mustard, so what you get to see is that Oboni is very attached to whom? Elena, right? So there you go. So this is a simile, and it is comparing the way Oboni is behaving around Elena with that of mustard. They used to hate each other and were always fighting like cat and dog. This is another simile. Once again, this is a simile because why? We are comparing Elena and Oboni's fights with that of a fight between a cat and a dog. Cats and dogs, are they friends? No, they're like mortal enemies. Even if you have watched Tom and Jerry, you would know. And even in real life, when you see a cat and when you see a dog, you'll always see that, cat is running away and the dog is chasing it. Right? So there you go. So once again, I'm trying to establish the idea through this particular phrase that they used to be that bitter. The relationship was so bad that I'm comparing them with the relationship between a cat and a dog. Right? So over the most stupid things, once again. Now, interesting part about this particular section is the use of the word stupid. So normally speaking, if we are talking about any formal piece of writing, we are not allowed to use words such as stupid because it's very informal. But here, it's okay because Fatima is friends with Nafia. So they are chatting. So this is an SMS once again. So in that, are you ever formal? No, when you talk to your friends, you're always informal. You never stay formal with your friends because you have that kind of relationship. So therefore, stupid works, right? Stupid things. Any idea what's happened? Anyway, speak later. Fatima. Now, I have a question for all of you. There is a mistake in this particular passage. I want you guys and girls to identify that. Yes, Fatima.
As mustard, there's a full stop and
Yeah. Yes. Once again, it's an informal piece of writing. You might start your sentences with and as well. It's completely fine. But if this was a formal piece of writing or writing a letter to the principal, if you started like this, then he's gonna call you to his room and scold you like there is no tomorrow.
Oh,
Yes.
Sir, Alina said that.
Zarifa?
the first sentence is a question, but there is an exclamatory mark written there.
Very good. Have you noticed how Oboni and Elena are as thick as thieves lately? Really good. So there you go. This one is supposed to be a question mark. There is one more mistake. Which one? Which one? Yes, Renuma.
What's happening?
What's happening? This one? Very good. So this one is also the mistake that was done deliberately. Any idea what's happened? So this is a question as well. So you're supposed to put a question mark, not an exclamation mark. Why? It's not a situation when you're excited, when you're like, what's happened? Do you know? That is not how you do that. So here you have to obviously put the question mark. So anyway, speak later. Once again, as you can see, very informal. I'm not following the proper grammatical rules when I'm doing this, but you can do that since it's a very informal piece of writing. So, and that's how we end, right? So we end with the name. And once again, I was talking about formality and informality. In both of these cases, you can see they are friends, which is why they can talk like this. However, if, let's say, this particular message was written to the father of, let's say, Fatima or let's say Nafia, then it would not have followed the same structure, because you can't obviously be this informal with your parent or let's say even uncle, right? Sometimes we do consider our uncles and aunts to be pretty friendly, but still they're older than you, so you have to have some sort of formality in there, right? So does anybody have any questions regarding the subject of the lesson today? No? Was it fun? Okay.